Shalom, brothers and sisters. All praises to Yahuwah, our Heavenly Father. And my name is Brother Kuya, and I'm here to present to you the calendar for the 6th month. Now, we've had spotters to send in pictures of the new moon and the time and location on Thursday evening, June the 30th. So that will make all of our Shabbats be on Fridays for this upcoming month. So the proper name for this, the new moon, is Edesh. That's the proper name for it. Edesh. It means renewal. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get started and see how this turned out. How we got up to these days, and how we're going to count our Shabbats for this upcoming month. Now, for this 6th month, this is what your calendar should basically look like. It don't have to be the same colors and all abbreviations, but as long as your numbers are correct, your numbers and your Sabbaths and feast days are right. The new moon come out on June 30th. Okay, so therefore we'll make all your Shabbats on Friday. New moon day is Friday, and your following Shabbats after that will be on Friday. All right, so you can set these calendars up any way you want to, but whatever is best for you to how you keep up with it. I put it like this every month because I have to be consistent and I have a lot of people that want calendars and I distribute them, so I got to keep it like this right here, consistent, so no major changes, so I won't confuse anybody. But you can make your calendar up any way you want. You notice here we have 4 Shabbats. We have New Moon Day on Friday. 4 Shabbats come up under there. The second Shabbat is always a full moon, and you have your 6 working days after the New Moon Day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 working days, and the 7th day is the Shabbat, and it's gonna happen like that for the next 4 weeks. All right. Now this is a very special month for us right here because it's a preparation month. Really, what I like to use for is preparation month, as us could celebrate the start of for the 7th month, because the first day of the 7th month is New Moon Day, and it's also a Sabbath day also. So we had to make sure that we were on point, especially this month right here for the 7th month. We on point on this month to prepare for the 7th month, because the 7th month is going to be very busy for us. Okay, so we have to make sure we're right. So we're going to get started on the calendars and let's see where we go from there. Now, if you have a calendar from the 5th month, we can go ahead on and get that out, because every month what we do, we leave out of the previous month and we go right into the current month, like we're doing on this line right here. You know, we're leaving out. You know, the moon was spotted on Thursday, June 30th. All right, so this is a projection that we have ahead of time. So once we come out to make our new calendar, we just bring this line right here to the top line up here. Okay, we do both of these right here because this is starting a new month. All right, so this is your 5th month, current month, 5th month, but last month now. So what we do, we'll bring these 2 lines up here, bring them to the top of your blank calendar. See how you come out 1 month and go right into the next month. You don't have to stop. You don't have to miss no day. What changes is your moon. This right here, just a little small piece of light right there. So this is right here just on paper, but the moon is in the sky. So we're not changing anything. We're following. We just gonna continue this right here. Your moon It's not going to be on the same day every month. Your Sabbath, I'm sorry. Your Sabbath is not going to be on the same day every month. As you know, we've been following for the last year or so. It's not going to be on every Friday or Saturday or Sunday or whatever. It's going to change every month depending on the phases of the moon and what time the moon comes out every 29, 30 days. And also, it has a one period of 28 days. So we have to stay online on point and follow the path real close. Pay close attention to it. All right. On the explanation of this first line, what we're going to do is think of my pointer going. Place a pointer. All right. You notice we're here. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we came off of these were working days, and then we spotted our renewal right here, and then we had the beginning of the 6th month, and then we start our working days back over again. That's at the bottom. These right here is your dates. June is in green, all right, from the previous month. And you notice that that these numbers from last month and the beginning of the 6th month are riding in sync together. See 26, 27, 28. It don't normally happen like that. It just happened like that these 2 months. So that is, it should be kind of easy for people who just starting out, who's just learning, just starting the first time. But it's not gonna be like that every time. So these numbers, they're gonna trail each other. Okay, they're gonna trail each other all the way down to the end of the month. What's gonna change is your work day of the week. You see here how it changed right here. Went from 7, then goes to 1. You have 1 extra day left for adjustment day, and then you had the beginning of your new month for the 6th month, and then you start your working days back over again. Okay, so that's for line 1 right here. Now on this next line, what we have it's just a continuation of what we had from the previous line. We just go count our 6 working days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 working days, and then we have our first Shabbat on this line right here. All right, you notice right here on day 1, a new day, first day of the month, and day 8. Day 8 is always going to be your first Shabbat. This right here is not a Shabbat. This is just New Moon Day. All right, then after New Moon Day, you count your 6 working days. And then, like I said, you notice that they are running in sync with each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These dates, the lunar month and the solar month, are running in sync together these past 2 months. It's very odd. First time I've ever seen that. I've been doing these calendars now about a year, not quite, almost 2 years. The first time I've seen it. So it's very unique, but it's not going to be like this every month. So you got to make sure you watch. The secret is spotting this new moon right here. Okay, that's the secret. Keep up with that. You go to New Moon Giant and double check behind yourself the illumination of the moon. You can double check. You know, just go to Moon Giant as a guide. It's not 100%. Only thing is 100% is when you spot it and your witnesses. All right, that's the only thing 100%. But the Moon Giant is just a guide, a tool to help you along the way. Our next line here is where we have our full moon on this line. These things, like I say, that's trail each other. They're very consistent. Come off once you leave your first Shabbat, you just count 6 working days, and then the 7th day is your Sabbath. All right, your Shabbat. All right, it just comes in the evening. Your Shabbat starts that evening at sundown. All right, and it runs all day to sundown the next day. So on day 15, right there, where you have Second Shabbat and full moon, it starts the 14th day of the evening and run to the 15th day of the evening is your Shabbat. And that day, this certain Shabbat here is a full moon. All right. So no work is to be done on the Shabbat. None whatsoever. Nothing. What you do, everything that you're supposed to do on the day should be prepared for you the day before. All right. So no work is to be done. It is very important to remember that. Try to get everything you done and set up the day ahead, 2 days ahead if necessary. In some cases, depending on how busy I am that week, I set up 2 days ahead because I don't want to be rushed into the last minute, up into the last point to where I got to work and do something and then miss something. So sometimes you start 2 days ahead, prepare, go to the store, clean, whatever you have to do, because we cannot defile these days. Yahuwah said, whoever defile his Sabbath day will be cut off from his people. That means that you will die. I don't want to die. So we got to keep up with these days. That's why it's so important for me to make sure that I have the right days. If I'm making the calendars, if y'all got me to make these calendars, I got to make sure that they're right. Because I'm gonna pass it on to you. If you do something wrong, it's still your blood's on my hand, and I don't want that. I want to make sure that I am right 100%. So let's be consistent, and just keep your days flowing, keep them going, count them. Make sure you spot the new moon. Make sure you don't work on that day. You see, brothers and sisters, just continue on from what we were on the previous line. All right, continue on. 15, you had your new moon day and your second Shabbat. So that was 15th day of the month. Like I said, this month and last month we're running together. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Day 22 is always your third Shabbat. All right, your Shabbats come on 8, 15, 22, and 29. New moon day is always day 1. All right, when the moon comes out that evening, that next day, that's day 1. Okay, so that's day 1. Then you start day 2, but it's your first working day. So it's always gonna be on the 8th day of the month. Your first Shabbat, second Shabbat, the 15th day of the month, and full moon. Third Shabbat is 22nd. See, so just continue on. Very simple. These calendars are not hard. I mean, when I first started on it, it was kind of confusing, but I had it down to a system because that took me I had to make about 4 or 5 calendars. A lot of times when I started making them, my mind was started out again blank, just like the first time. But now I got it down to a system to where it's easier, and I'm trying to get you to do the same thing to where it be natural. The hardest part for me is making the videos. Making the calendars is not a problem. And my hat goes off to anybody who can sit in front of a computer screen and make a video and talk to people, thousands of people, millions of people, wherever across the world. I just don't have the talent to do it. It's rough for me making the video. The calendar is no problem. I can make the calendar within. When I first started, it took me like all day to do it because I was checking, double checking, double checking. But now I can do a calendar within a few hours now, and and double check it, and just make my adjustments and all. Checking the scriptures, checking the names of the months, so you can do it in a few hours now. But it used to take me all day, sometimes 2 days, because I was just starting out. But these calendars are not very hard to make at all. Use Moonshine as a guide, and once you get Moonshine as a guide, just keep your days flowing consistent. Check. You got to get up and go outside and look Do not depend on nobody else. You spot it yourself. Okay? You have to spot it. All right, on our next line we have here is our fourth Shabbat. Um, Here, the line comes out, it's consistent flow right out of one line to the next line. This is your work week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days, 7th day, you're off. All right, this right here, once you spot this new moon right here, once this get confirmed, cause this right here is just a this right here is just a projection. It's not confirmed, so we just gonna use this as a guide. But so if we are correct, and if moon giant is correct, and the moon comes out like it should, our 7th month should be on a Saturday. It should come out on July the 30th. Okay, I'm sorry, it should come out on July the 29th. We'll make our 7th month start on July 30th. The 7th month, first day of the 7th month, that'll be the Feast of Trumpets. All right, so keep them going consistent and flow. This is the only new moon day right here that is a Sabbath. I've been telling people before, I have to make a video and I have to explain myself. I have been telling people that you can't work on this day because it's a new moon day. It's nowhere saying the scripture just said that you can't work on new moon day. All right, and I had to get my teacher got me straight on it, and I'm looking at it and doing research, so I got to be consistent in everything I do, make sure it's right. It was I messed up. I shouldn't have said that. New moon day is you can work on that day. It is a day of celebration. You can eat, you can celebrate the new month, and you can also go to work that day. I have been saying you cannot, it's not a work day. I am wrong. I have to pay for that. I want to make sure that everybody that's been following me know that we need to fix that. That's why I tell you, check behind Brother Kuya, because I could be wrong sometimes the things that I do would say. So it's the Feast of Trumpets is the only new moon day that is a Sabbath where you cannot go to work. You can have a feast. It is a day of celebration of blowing of the trumpets. All right. It is a feast day. You cannot go to your regular work that day. But any other new moon day, it's nothing saying that you cannot work on those days. All right. So I want to make that straight, and I'm gonna eventually have to make a video and explain it because of counting the way we had to count our days. Now on our last line here we have projected our first projected Shabbat to come out of your first your new moon day. Then you count your 6 working days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have our first Shabbat day right here for the 7th month after the Feast of Trumpets. All right, the Feast of Trumpet only lasts one day. All right, so once that's done, then you got to go back to work. You start your 6 working days right here. It's your bottom line. So this is pretty much the calendar for this month right here. Very simple. Everything over here as far as your colors and your month colors, your dates, where they are in the boxes, all of this over this side right here is self-explanatory. Your abbreviations, the locations, the colors, it's very simple. All right, you can set this thing up any way you want to best help you. I do this right here every month so that it'll be consistent. All right, so however, whatever works for you. If you want to get a calendar from me every month, that's fine. But I think it's best you make your own calendar because um, there may be times when I might not be able to get to the calendars in time. You never know what might happen. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Is let us work on it and depend on ourselves. We got to get up, go outside, spot the moon ourselves. Don't depend on nobody else. This is your salvation, people. These are the feast days and the Sabbath days, moon days that Yahuwah gave us, his children, his people. Nobody else is don't have to take it. It's for the children of Yeshua. Okay? So your responsibility to look out for your own salvation. I'm just here to help you and try to help the best way I can. Because once I found out, I want to tell the world. So let's go outside. Make sure we keep up with these days. Keep up with our Sabbath. And please, people, do not do no work on Sabbath days. And brothers and sisters, I hope it's clear now that this is the 6th month and not the 4th or 5th month or whatever somebody else have. All right. I told you earlier in the video that I was going to show you there's only 12 months in a year. All right. We can't follow the Gentiles. And Brother David did a video on them calling them the Guyan. We can't follow them because we're going to go wrong if we do. All right. We can't add a 13th month. If you go to 1 Chronicles chapter 27 verse 1 to 15 and read those verses, it'll show you that when the chief officers, when they come in to serve the king, each one of them come in and serve the king for 1 month each. For 1 month. All right. And then after that, they will rotate for 1 month. It goes up to 12 months, not 13. So please, people, do not add a 13th month. I don't care what we feel is not right or whatever. Stay on path. This is the correct path to stay on right here to find Yahuwah's Shabbats and his feast days. If you go in any other direction, you're going to be wrong. So please stay on path. Read this chapter. I can prove it to you. Read it and get an understanding. It's only 12 months a year, not 13. So you start adding the 13th month, you will go wrong. Now, brothers and sisters, if you have any concerns at all with any scriptures, any subjects, anything you don't understand, please do not hesitate to email and ask questions, because I'm asking questions all the time and I'm constantly studying. Brothers, we ask that you contact Brother David. His email is DaoudBenYashayahu@outlook.com. And we try to keep things proper here, sisters. We ask that you go to Princess Maya 121@gmail.com. Okay? Go to Sister Maya first. We will get your answers to you, or we can research it together. If you want a calendar or you want to learn how to make a calendar, you can email me at cookieyancey252@gmail.com. I have no problem answering questions, no problem giving out calendars. It's not mine anyway. It's Yahuwah. Yahuwah gave this to us. So I'm just sharing what he gave to us, the people of Yeshua. Okay. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I do want to apologize for me getting this video out so late, but I have to be on point next month. So shalom.